And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready, flag, what is that? I'm coming after you. Flip it.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Check out. Green, triple team. Wide, get wide. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. 41.
On third down, Winston. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
41, easy. Check 41. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Again, it's Winston. That's caught by Howard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, and he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Push him back.
On third down, here's Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Now Jones, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
Check pass. Check pass.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Go.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Come on. Sunday. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Shrugs him off. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on second and long. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Flip it, flip it, flip it.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Lets it go for Nelson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the Buccaneers' 46-yard line.
set. 19. Like 31. Tight down. There you go. 45 the mic. 45. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 45 the mic.
Out of the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And an alley to run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Stay with your man. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike. I think you got it, son. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
On second and 11 now. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Switch gears. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Easy.
Now Winston. Flush to his right. got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And that'll set them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Come on, D.
Jameis again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll throw again. Winston. Hauling it in, Nelson.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Easy. 45. Wait. I got you.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong button. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 36. Hey, let's go.
To the air again with Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Reset. 41's the Mike. 41. Easy. You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Flip it. Mike 41. Easy.
Fourth down, Winston. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
45 to Mike. Watch the screen. 45 to Mike. It's just me and you. Alert. 45 to Mike. Check. 45 to Mike. I got you.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Check 26.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
45 the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check 45 the mic. Check 45.
From the red zone now, Watson. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, stop. Okay. Check. Crunch.
3rd and long for Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Let's go. Let's convert. Easy.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Wow, evasive.
Make him miss.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and now it's second down.
Ready. Black 22. Black 45. Watch the out. Watch the out. Check, 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 check. Showing it. Showing it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
Go, 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 go.
Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
25. 41 Mike. I'm going to read to the team. I'm going to run you over. 40 plus 4. 41's the Mike. Oh, easy. Hey, here we go. Even.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
From the 25 on second down, Watson. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Motion.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in this.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play fake. Winston. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Go. 45. Mike, 45. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 45.
Now it's Watson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check 15. Check 15.
Jameis to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Kill. Slam. Pick the edge. Go. Easy. Hey. No. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
3 down. 41, Mike. Hey, stop. Rush in.
Winston. Caught by Jones. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Even. Tighten up. Easy.
This is Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ready? Black 25. Hey, watch the slant. Kill. Check the backer. Easy. Hey, come on. Run back.
First down, Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Chance. Hey, let's get a conversion. Check 49. Hey, check 24. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. He's checking crack. He's coming. Check 3.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Bang. Watch safety creep.
Here's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Winston to throw for it on 4. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first. 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Out, 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 out. To the pass. Alert. Echo, echo. 45, 45. Mike, 45. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. 26. Down the road.
Here's Watson. It's complete to Golden Tate. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
First down, Texans.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here's Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Marr able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball. And
will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Winston. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. They'll put this one in the left-hand column. High to 1st down and more. And down to the 29-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.